He's one of Hollywood's most famous actors, but how well do you really know Brad Pitt? Well, unless you're David Fincher or Quentin Tarantino, you probably don't count him as a personal friend. But from how far he's gone for his roles to his work behind the scenes, he's revealed plenty of interesting personal stories over the years. Here are a few facts about Brad Pitt that might surprise you. Just 2 weeks before graduating from the University of Missouri with a journalism degree, Brad Pitt dropped out, choosing instead to move to Los Angeles to pursue film. If you ever doubted Brad's commitment to his roles, think again. Because when he was cast in David Fincher's Fight Club as Tyler Durden, he agreed to have his 2 front teeth chipped for the role. One of Pitt's first jobs in Hollywood was as a chauffeur for exotic dancers. Always the overachiever, he didn't just drive them to the gigs, but he also DJ'd and picked up their clothes. While he called the job very depressing, without it, he might never have become a star because one of the women he was driving invited him to check out an acting class she was taking, and that started him on the path to success. What is it with superstar actors and loving to fly? Harrison Ford, John Travolta, Tom Cruise. Both Brad Pitt and his ex-wife, Angelina Jolie, are trained and licensed pilots. After starring in the World War II drama Fury, Pitt picked up a $3 million Supermarine Spitfire plane, which is one impressive piece of memorabilia. After receiving an Emmy nomination for his role as president of the I Hate Rachel Green Club in Season 8 of Friends, Pitt went on to make several more surprising cameo appearances. In the 2000 film Confessions of a Dangerous Mind, Pitt and Matt Damon make a groovy cameo appearance as a couple of bachelors on The Dating Game. And that same duo lent their voices to Happy Feet 2, playing Will and Bill the Krill, a couple of teeny tiny shellfish shocked to find themselves at the bottom of the food chain. Pitt also appeared briefly in Deadpool 2, incredibly briefly. In a 1-second-long performance, Pitt appears as the otherwise completely silent and invisible superhero, the Vanisher. While stars like Tom Cruise might like to do their own death-defying stunts, in an interview with Variety, Pitt said he's not one of them. Despite playing a stuntman in one of his most famous roles, he prefers to watch from the sidelines. Bonus fun fact, Deadpool 2 director David Leitch was Pitt's stuntman in films like Troy and Mr. and Mrs. Smith. In 1994, Pitt played an Austrian mountaineer who befriends the Dalai Lama in the drama 7 Years in Tibet. The film took place during the late 1940s, during China's takeover of Tibet, and because of how Chinese military officers were portrayed, Pitt was banned from entering the country. He's not alone. Other stars like Richard Gere, director Martin Scorsese, and even Selena Gomez and Katy Perry have been banned from visiting China. Pitt has only made it to the country twice since, once in 2013 with Angelina Jolie, and once to promote his 2016 film Allied. Pitt and his ex-wife Angelina Jolie have 6 children together. Back in 2012, the couple blocked their names from their kids' computers so they wouldn't be able to Google their mom and dad. That was probably a lot easier a decade ago when all 6 of the couple's kids were in elementary school than it is with teenagers. Pitt started a production company, Plan B Entertainment, with Jennifer Aniston while they were still together. When the two split, Pitt took the company and worked to help develop and produce some seriously impressive films. In just a few short years, Plan B has produced 3 Best Picture-winning films: The Departed, 12 Years a Slave, and Moonlight. When 12 Years a Slave took home the Oscar, director Steve McQueen even said that without Pitt, the movie would never have been made. Pitt told GQ that out of all the roles he's ever done, his favorite is the assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford. It's far from his most popular at the box office, but the film does have a 77% fresh rating on Rotten Tomatoes. And the critics may have been right on this one. It's not your typical Western, but Pitt gives a fascinating, quiet performance as the iconic outlaw. If you've seen a few Brad Pitt movies, you probably noticed he's snacking in at least one scene, and in the Ocean's 11 series, he's eating in pretty much every scene. It's completely intentional, but the reason behind it is pretty simple. He likes to snack. Seriously, in an interview, Pitt said that he's always eating in real life, and his Ocean's character probably doesn't even have time to sit down for a meal with all of the heists he has to plan, so Pitt's natural love of snacks was added to the character. Another tidbit from Pitt's Variety interview, he had to go to Quentin Tarantino's house to read a copy of the script for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Tarantino's script for The Hateful Eight had leaked online, so he wanted to be extra careful to keep this one a secret. Pitt said the first time he got a chance to read the script, it was in pristine condition, but by the time he wound up taking the role and wanted to get another look at it, it was pretty worn out after dozens of other actors had their chance to read it over. But it worked out pretty well since Pitt wound up taking home the Oscar for Best Supporting Actor in early 2020. What's your favorite Brad Pitt performance? Let us know on Facebook and Twitter.